Welcome back to our YouTube channel. For today's makeup I am inspired by the very popular video game Fortnite. So I have a few kids that play Fortnite all the time, and one of them asked me if I could create the Fallen Love Ranger for my Halloween videos this year. So definitely I wanted to give it a go, and this is how she turned out. So if you want to know how I have created this makeup, please keep watching because I will show you step by step in the coming video. It is time for a little story before I will dive in today's makeup. If you have watched me on this YouTube channel before, you might have heard me say once or twice that I have a few kids. So I have 3 little boys, and they are pretty invested in the Halloween looks I'm creating this year. They have a collection on their bedroom walls, and they call it their mommy collector. And well, they can tell you of each look I did, from which movie it is, if it's a movie for grown-ups or if it's a movie for kids, and they can even tell you what the bad guy that I have created does to other people, or what kind of bad guy it is. So I think that is loads of fun, and it's better that they enjoy what you do than if they hate what you do, because that would make it loads harder. But last week at the dinner table, my youngest son asked me if I could do a look that they themselves chose for me to create, and I said, yeah, well, sure, what do you want me to create? Thinking of a Disney princess or something fun that little kids like to watch on television. So they each gave me a character, and today I'm gonna create the first one. It is the choice of my middle son. His name is Bram, and he decided that I had to make a bird boy. And I immediately freaked out because a bird has loads of feathers and a beak, and I didn't really know which character he meant. So we searched it online until we came to this picture. So this is a character from the game Fortnite. It is called the Fallen Love Ranger. And he really likes this character somehow, and he wanted me to create this one. So preparing this took me the most time of all the looks I did so far. I had to create a wig that looked like his hair with the horns. I had to create the wings, and now eventually I have to create him. So this makeup is dedicated to my son, and I hope he likes what I create, but I also of course hope you like it too. So here we go with the Fallen Love Ranger. I decided to get my airbrush for this Fallen Love Ranger because it is the easiest way to make my skin gray and get all those shadows and highlights in. But the Fallen Love Ranger has loads of cracks on his skin which have really bright pink purple colors in there. And if I airbrush my entire body in gray and then try to get that pink in there, that is very hard. So I created little stickers with medical tape that I will apply to my skin to not airbrush those parts of my skin, and I can color them later. So I have a few different ones. They are just medical tape on just sticker paper, and I will apply them all over my body until I have them all where they need to be. So here is the first one. I quickly applied a wig cap to get rid of as much hair as I can, because I'm gonna start with the airbrush. So this is a siphon feed airbrush. It is very easy, so I don't have to refill the gravity feed cup every now and then, as I have to cover quite a lot of skin. And on the airbrush I have the Pro Air Hybrid Gray, which should be a nice base color for my fallen angel. Now I'm all nice and gray, so I practically painted everything. I am going to put some shadows in. So I mixed some white with black, that makes gray, and it is a darker gray than this one. And that is nice to start shading the fallen angel. I added a little bit of black to my mix to make those shadows a bit darker. Now I think all the shadows I want are in place. I think it's time for some highlights. So I put some white by Pro Air Hybrid in my airbrush gun, and I'm just going to put some highlights on this design. So I'm going to start out with the eyebrows. And I think that is all for the shadow. So I am going to remove all the stickers I put on my skin, and hopefully they will remove easily. And have done what I want them to do. So there is one on my arm. So there are a few nice bits of empty skin which I now have to paint in the purple pink color to resemble the Fallen Love Ranger. For the cracks I am going to switch from the airbrush to hand painting. So I just have a small detail brush, but I'm still using the Pro Air Hybrid colors because they are very easy to hand paint with. This is the bubblegum pink, and that is the first color I will put on the skin. So I'll just basically color all of them entirely in this color. I do need my compact mirror for this. Oh, I forgot one of these stickers. So let's start out with this one. Now they are all pink on my chest and on my arm as well. I'm going to continue to white to create a bit of highlights on those spots, and I will put the highlights on the lower parts of the shape. So I'm gonna kind of try to blend the white with the pink. To create just a highlight on the lower parts. And we can even go darker with the hot pink color, still a color by Pro Air. So the character which I have a picture from has purple in these lines. But I feel that if I would add purple, that it would soon become too dark. So that's why I'm sticking with all the pink colors. Now all the pink I want is on these shapes. I'm going to continue to a smaller brush, and I'm going to put the black hybrid on this. So it's kind of important that I do this as it should be, because I only have one try to get it right. And there is a black outline, so I need a bit more white. I know that will be there in just a little bit. Now I feel the shadows aren't dark enough. I'm dragging that black a bit into that pink, and as you can see, that creates a bit more depth. So that is just only a bit of alcohol on my brush. So adding the white on the outside. And adding a few highlights as well. The card of my camera was full and I didn't immediately realize that, so I put a white highlight over all the shadows and some white highlights in the holes as well. And with that I was kind of happy. So while I was getting the card off my camera, I quickly popped in my Neon Nights purple contacts because the fallen angel has purple eyes. And with that I think the makeup part of this look is done. So it's time to accessorize. So I created this wig a few days ago. It is a Marilyn Monroe wig. Yeah, I just cut it short, put liquid latex in it and added these horns. So these are the universal large horns by Gucci, and I just got them on there with liquid latex as well. And I airbrushed the entire wig with gray and the pink colors that are also on my skin. So let's see if this wig will go on my head. There you go. So it isn't really exactly like the fallen angel from the picture of the Fortnite character, but it has the same feel to it. I'm quickly gonna get my airbrush to spray the ends of those hairs a bit more gray because I feel like it's still a bit too blonde. Now it's time for the wings, and they are pretty big. So I made these out of foam, and I also painted them with the airbrush colors by Pro Air. So my boyfriend created kind of a rack on my back to put those wings on, and there you have it. I will zoom out a little bit. And there are the wings. So I am very pleased with the way they turned out. I am happy with the wig as well, but the wings are so much fun to create. So that completes my Fallen Love Ranger, Fallen Angel Fortnite character makeup tutorial. And I really hope my son will be pleased with the way it turned out. And obviously I hope you enjoyed watching this video as well, of course. So if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel in the link below. Stay tuned on all our videos. I have still 2 more videos to go, especially for my kids, but we will be here every day till Halloween, so definitely stay tuned.